Hello.
Hello.
Well, we are sitting in traffic. We are in the PT Cruiser with the top down because it's a beautiful sunny day, and we're about to cut straight across Paris. So I thought it was a great opportunity to do a little intro for this video, and to also show you guys some beautiful scenic footage of Paris.
Yeah, including like having a mirror in the back.
There might be a giant antique mirror that I bought at a brocante yesterday. Oops. Anyway, while we're driving, I thought I would finish editing the video for today, as well as filming a few nice, beautiful, scenic things for you. So I'm gonna first show you guys all the gorgeous Paris scenery, and then we're gonna flash back to Everdeen, where we're gonna do a complete retrospective of the journey of the living room, or the salon, as you say in French, from how it was when I first bought the house in 2021 to how it is now. And this was one of the rooms that we did at the very beginning of the renovations. In fact, I think it was the first room that got actually finished.
It was finished before you arrived in the picture.
You never saw the original version.
No, I never saw the original version of it.
So it's been a minute. It's been a minute. So we're going to do blasts from the past and jump back and see everything that happened in the living room to get it to where it is now in its finished state. So first, scenic tour of Paris. Second, jumping back to 2021.
So we're arriving at the Arc de Triomphe roundabout. I think it's how you say that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of scary because no one knows what the rule is in this one. You don't know if
Is
the
there a
priority
rule?
you don't know if you should let the people from the right from the left. So like the best thing to do is just hiding your eyes and praying a lot and hoping you get out of it.
Here we go.
Nice and easy.
Total lack of markings in this roundabout.
All about guts.
Nice view though.
It is.
You focus on driving, please.
Here we're in front of a restaurant called the Bel Canto. It's a place where I used to work when I was a student. It was a nice experience. It's like a restaurant where there are young singers, like conservatory students, that are hired to pretend being waiters, and so they bring one or two plates and then they start singing and everything. Oh, but you're also singer and waiter, and it's quite a good experience. It's something I'm quite happy not to do anymore, but because it was quite hard, but it was really good experience because it teaches how to perform in any conditions, like people are having dinner at the same time, and it's really hard to catch people's attention. And so it's very good school for that, like how to really grab the audience.
We've made it home. So now let's flash back to Everdeen in early 2022 when the living room was as it was, untouched, when I bought the house in late 2021. And we have the living room up here with this beautiful chest of drawers. I love the color of this and the marble top. So that is really gorgeous. I'm really happy with that. These two paintings, this one and this one, that are original, which is fun. I've never had an original painting before. Another beautiful armoire. I don't think there's anything in here. Let's just have a look. Oh yeah, there is. Oh, look at that. That's fun. I really like that. Very vintage, very like Downton Abbey style. I like it. Can't open the other side. There's probably some kind of lock. I got glasses. Cute. Happy with that. This lighting fixture that, because I'm tall, I've walked into about 47 times, so that's got to be changed. And the world's most 1970s couch. It's peak 1970s. I'm gonna get a different couch in here. Today's project, removing all of this wallpaper. This all needs to go because I'm gonna paint this room. And I think that if I have time, after all the wallpaper is gone, this is very ambitious. It was way, way too ambitious. I'm going to try to ride my bike into town, go to the paint store, and get a few paint samples so that we can start looking at exactly what color we're gonna do these walls. So, next up, ripping down wallpaper. It's coming off. It's not as easy as I was hoping it would be. Yes, I am scraping dry wallpaper off of the wall here. I know now that this was a horrible mistake and that you had to wet it first. I have been informed. And I think that I've suffered appropriately from my mistake, because that was awful. It was awful.
Yeah, but the wall is nice and smooth underneath. And I'll tell you what, getting off wallpaper is a lot easier than having to smooth out a whole rough wall that's full of cracks and holes and pieces falling off.
Oh, don't worry. We've got a lot of rough walls to smooth out.
Right.
Like the entire stairway across all 3 floors and like 3 of the bedrooms, I think. So we'll have fun with that too.
Now that tool is working pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And it's a cheap tool. You can buy it in any hardware store, and it just uses typical scraper knives, and the tool is about $3, and a set of about 5 blades is about $3.
I didn't realize that Stanley Scrapers was sponsoring.
Well, it's any scale. You don't have to get any brand. It's just
my
a plastic
helpers
hound.
have been hijacked already by big business. There were plants all
Yeah, but I'll
along.
tell you something. Having the right tool makes all the difference in the world. For instance, you take that putty knife you were using and try to do that, and you don't get anywhere because you need that sharp edge. And the other thing is, after you've used it, say after you've done 2 walls in this room, you want to change out the blade.
You've hit maximum dad now.
Maximum what?
Maximum dad. This is maximum dad level of home craftsmanship.
Thanks a lot.
What did you find? There's something written under there?
Mm-hmm. As I peel back the paper, there's some writing. There's R-O-U-L. That might be a name.
Is that Raul, but
I
misspelled?
don't know. I don't know.
Something 30. Oh yeah, there's like a whole
30
sentence under
something.
I don't know, I can't read it, but there's some kind of, someone's been doing
I'll
math.
take a picture of it.
And then there's this, I'm gonna say name, and then it looks like we've lost 2 words on the left there. We've acquired helper number 2 onto the wallpaper project. Oh, that's going well. Helper number 2 was told to sit down and have a break, but did not take instructions well.
What else is new?
This is addictive. It is really fun in a way, isn't it? Why is there an electrical wire just hanging on up here?
Gotta be out of the way.
Did you cut through an electrical wire?
No, ma'am, it was just hanging there all the time.
What?
While I was laying here on the floor, all I did is put it up out of the way.
It's really good that we have the electricians in this week. I'm just beginning to realize how much of a hazard this was. going. We have gotten, I'm gonna say 80% of the wallpaper off of the walls in the living room. Is that your face about wallpaper scraping? Are you really tired of it?
My nails will never be the same.
Oh no. Just a little cut in from future present day me, because we're going to skip ahead just a little bit in the living room transformation. As you know, at this point in the proceedings, I broke my phone. Actually, a snake broke my phone. It was not my fault. Not my fault. Snake's fault, not my fault. Snake broke phone, and I lost some videos of when we were painting the green onto the walls in the living room. So we don't have any videos of the painting, but we do have videos of the beautiful green once it was on the walls. So fast forward to newly green living room. My delivery just arrived and I'm so excited about it. Look at that. I'm obsessed. So I got this gorgeous little lamp that is such a nice, beautiful gold color. And then this is going to go in the living room here because it so closely matches the green walls. On camera, it looks a little different, but in person, it looks really the same color. So that is very exciting. I was so excited to find this and to snatch it up the minute I saw it. And it was only 50 euros. The people who were selling it were so sweet and brought it and delivered it here. And yeah, 50 euros. Cannot beat it. A van just pulled up. The sofa is here. Oh, I'm so excited. The delivery man had a machine that climbed the stairs for us, but it was still a very tight fit. The good news is the new sofa is in the living room and it's going to be put right there. The bad news is the old sofa was too wide to fit down the stairs. And for the moment, it has to go in the only other available space, which is the blue bedroom, which is the bedroom that I'm working on. I am obsessed with this sofa. I love it so much. I know it is risky to have a light colored sofa, but it's just the right color for this room. And I've got a nice little light colored blanket over here that we're gonna add to it to give it a little bit of extra protection. So actually, that looks a bit yellow next to the actual color of the sofa. Maybe I need a more cream colored blanket. Yeah, I think that's the way forward. Yes, this is the one. The fridge and the armchair for the living room and a chair for one of the bedrooms have arrived. Yay! It is like Christmas in here. I've got my new armchair, which I got off of Facebook Marketplace for 40 euros, but like 2 months ago. It's finally here. Oh, this is going in the living room, but I'm gonna have a nice clean and a really serious clean of it before it goes in there. Well, this is not good. The chair is stuck. I didn't think to measure the chair. I thought to measure the sofa and things like that.
It's done.
Oh, it's moving. Oh, good job.
What?
Wow.
The first one is done.
Yeah, the problem is the next two stairs are smaller.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. All right.
Oh, a spider.
Ah!
A big spider here with long legs.
Ah! Wait, is there?
Right here.
Where?
Okay, touch it with my finger.
Spider! No! Don't like it! I thought you were lying to me! You touched it! You touched it with your finger!
I did the spider dance like.
All right, this mission has been accomplished. The chair is in its spot in the living room and it looks gorgeous. Oh, it's so nice to see it here. We also moved this chest of drawers downstairs out of the living room and put it in storage just for now. Meanwhile, upstairs, we have replaced it with the table and lamp and the big painting. I do need to fix that frame. There's a little rough patch on the frame, but this looks so much better. I love it. I do love that piece, but it just didn't go with what the color scheme or the vibe was in this room. And this gives us a nice place to like sit and eat if we want. Oh, this is great. Love it. And the chair's in its place. The living room is looking so great. I love it. I'm so happy with it. Oh, it feels like a completed room in here now, and it's so, so nice to have that feeling. Of course, being me, I almost immediately changed my mind and decided that the living room was missing something. A quick side note, this is the living room that is on the second floor, and I just feel like something is missing. This has been kind of bothering me for a while, because I'm very happy with what we've been doing. I'm very happy with like the color and the general design of the living room, but I just feel like something is missing to make it like warm and cozy feeling in here. Maybe it's more stuff on the walls. Maybe it's curtains. I did order curtains already for this room, so hopefully within the next day or two we're getting curtains delivered. But I just don't know. I just don't know what we're missing in this room to make it feel like that little bit that will tip it over into feeling like a cozy, finished, cozy, comfortable room. I don't know, guys. I'm so indecisive. You know this. Poof. I also thought that like maybe it's a rug that's missing. We've got a lot of rugs on the first floor. So maybe I'll bring up some rugs later and just kind of put them in here to look at colors. But maybe a rug is what would make it cozy. I don't know. Okay, this rug is option number 1. It's my favorite rug that we have in the house because it's got this really cool medieval pattern on it. I'm a little worried it's going to be too small, but we'll see it in the space. If that rug doesn't work, then plan B is possibly this rug, which I think the dark parts of this pattern could look really nice with the dark color of the living room. However, you can see the problem, which is that as ever, there's just way too much stuff in this house right now. Getting that rug out would just be a major project. But if it has to be done, it has to be done. The same story is true for this rug, which would be even worse to get out. This one's a nice size, but I don't want to have to pull it out. Ooh, that looks like an hours-long project of lifting stuff. So hopefully the medieval rug will be nice. Okay, it's bad news. I think this rug is a no. I love the pattern on it, but unfortunately, I think it's a no in this room. That's not really the best angle to show you what's happening here, but let's stand up and see if I can show you a bit better. Well, I love this rug and I love the pattern, but I think it's a no for this room because that orangey brown is just not working with the green on the walls. So I guess I'm going to have to pull out one of the big rugs. Also, I think it would have been too small. If I unrolled the whole thing, it's just a bit tiny for this room. So I'm going to pull one of the big ones. God, I hope this is worth it. Okay, so I hope I can move all of this stuff and then just kind of scoot it out from under the table without having to actually move the whole table. Ugh. is a lot more time consuming than I originally anticipated. Well, it's just in a pile on the floor, but already I can see that I'm gonna like it in here. I think that it works good with the wall color. I was a little worried about it being too Christmas with the green walls and the red rug, but actually I don't get Christmas from it, so that's good. I think it's gonna be really nice. I'm gonna spread it out to check that I'm correct, that I do really like it. And then I think I'm gonna give it a really solid vacuuming. Unfortunately, there's not really a space because it's raining outside where I can hang it up to beat all the dust out. So I'm just gonna have to vacuum really, really well. This is looking loads better and a lot cozier, and the room feels cozier. I mean, probably it's not actually making any kind of temperature difference, but it just feels cozier in here. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. Here's the other side with the sofa. Yeah. However, now that this rug is in here, the room just feels a little bit more like I'm wanting it to. And it's really kind of inspiring me to try changing a few other things. So I moved that chair to the other side, which I think could be nice. It's kind of more open on this side now, and the chair is close to the radiator. So when I'm very cold, I can sit next to the lovely radiator. I moved the little bookshelf nightstand thing over to this side. Maybe I'm going to try to put that lamp on it, because unfortunately right now here, that lamp can't plug into an outlet anywhere, so it's unusable. So maybe I can put a multi-plug onto this outlet where the internet is plugged in, and then put that lamp on the little nightstand thing. Mailbox, and the thermal curtains have arrived. These look great already. I really like the pattern of them. So let's see. They feel very thermal. Oh, that's gonna be nice. All right, I'm gonna attempt to drill into the wall. This is an exterior wall of the house, so it's mostly solid rock. This may or may not happen. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Little did I know it, but this was to be the start of one of the most harrowing and unpleasant projects I have ever done in this house. But we'll get to that later. Okay, so this was going really well when I drilled the first hole. That hole. That was going great. The hole was in. It's very sturdy in the wall, but it wasn't too difficult to do. And then I drilled the second hole and we hit problems. You can see that basically I've hit a place. We must have filled a hole with plaster or something here, because this is just plaster. It is like dust. It's like chalk. So obviously that's not going to support a screw. These are going to be fairly heavy curtains, so we need both screws to work. I'm gonna try moving it over just a bit, and maybe the plaster ends in this area. And if I move it over to here, then that will help. This is the hole where the old curtain rod was. Maybe I can move it just slightly lower. Maybe I can put it here. Maybe let's try that. Although I feel like we closed a hole with plaster here. So maybe actually in the middle is best. Okay, it's not ideal, but I think I can work with it. Well, I do not understand why, but in a room where every other project where I've had to drill into the wall has been a complete and utter nightmare, this one part of the wall is like, if anything, too crumbly. I have gotten 2 little plastic anchors into the wall. I'm just going to put up the curtains. I think it's solid enough. It's slightly crumbly, but I think with the anchors it'll hold. And the curtains are heavy, but they're not like excessively heavy, so I think it'll be okay. But what is happening? Why is this one part of the wall not what I want it to be? The one time I really wanted like a properly solid wall. Of course it's not that. Of course, of course. I am deeply annoyed. Do you know what this is? These are the screws that I just put in the wall. They just pulled right out when I tried to screw screws into it. The little plastic anchors did nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. I'm yelling at the spot on the wall, which I have been for like the last 5 minutes. My neighbors can definitely hear me. They definitely think I'm insane. They're not wrong. I don't know what to do because the one part of the wall that I needed to be able to like put weight on does not do that. So I guess I'm going to move everything like this much farther out to the side and then try again and hope that there's a more sturdy part of the wall, or else I've just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes in the wall for nothing. Well, I try not to swear on this channel, but it's really hard not to right now. Finally, I got an anchor in the wall that I think will hold. And I figured out what's going on here. This is a drywall wall, which you really can't, it's not even drywall, it's some kind of plaster over the stone and wood and other things that make up the exterior wall of the house. So basically, like the first several inches of this are totally useless for drilling into to hold up the curtain rod. I managed to reach right here the firmer material that is underneath the plaster. So hopefully that will hold, and hopefully I can reproduce that anchor just below it to hold up the curtain rod holder. I thought this was going to be a really annoying project because it would be hard to drill into the walls. And it turns out it's a really annoying project, but in the complete opposite sense. Well, that was nightmarish, but I have hung both curtain rod supports and I think they're going to stay. And if they don't, I'm going to lose my damn mind. They're up. They're up and they're still on the wall. Ah! Oh, thank God. Once the curtains were up, the room was finished and it kind of became our haven in the house. As we were doing projects and construction and work and all the other rooms, this was definitely the room to hang out in and relax a little bit and it remains helper number one, my dad's favorite nap spot. In fact, here specifically is his favorite nap spot for the multiple naps per day, which just shows you what a comfortable and lovely room this has turned into. Well, there you have it, the entire history of the living room. It's one of my favorite rooms in the house because we, like I said, have just always used as the relaxation room, the taking a break room. And so anytime I walk in, I feel very relaxed and chill mode, especially because it's completely 100% finished, which we have not been able to say for many rooms in the house. It's getting to be more and more, but at the very beginning, that was really the only one. So yeah, I really enjoyed looking back at it and having a trip down memory lane. Next week, however, I will be back at Everdeen with a brand spanking new project. I don't know what that's going to be yet, but it's going to be new. It's going to be up to the minute because basically I am running back down to tackle as many things as I can before the summer, because for the summer, Laurent and I are going to try to be there basically the entire summer. He's got 6 weeks off from work. I've got basically 6 weeks off from work. So we're just going to plow through. However, that means there's a lot of preparation to be done before Laurent arrives. I want everything to be ready for him to jump into the big projects like plumbing, electricity, and tiling, and a toilet installation in the new bathroom and all that kind of stuff. So I need to do all the little projects that need to be done before those things, before he arrives. So I imagine that's going to be some of what I get up to, but I also have a few little fun things up my sleeve. So anyway, next week, back at Everdeen, and I will see you guys there. But just before I go, I'll remind you to please do subscribe to this channel if you have not yet done so. It is free and it is extremely appreciated. Please do hit like on this video because also free, also very extremely appreciated. And if you really want to be very super extra appreciated, please do consider becoming a patron. The link is just right below this video. It is not free, but it is also not expensive. And all the money from our Patreon goes to help the repairs at Everdeen, to pay for materials, to pay for things that are needed at the house. So please do consider that. And with that, I will see you guys next week at Everdeen.